Africa is often portrayed only through the lens of poverty, but the continent also has some of the fastest-growing economies and resource-rich nations in the world. In this video, we're exploring the top 10 richest countries in Africa based on GDP, and looking deeper into what drives their wealth and what challenges they still face. But first, welcome to Travel Wisdom. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Which of these countries surprised you the most? Do you think natural resources or innovation will matter more for Africa's future growth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's get started. Number 1. Nigeria. Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa, with oil and gas as its backbone. Petroleum exports account for most of its revenue, making it one of the world's biggest oil producers. Beyond oil, Nigeria has a growing services sector, including banking, telecommunications, and a booming entertainment industry. Nollywood is the second-largest film industry in the world. But despite its wealth, Nigeria faces major challenges like corruption, income inequality, and a heavy reliance on oil, which makes the economy vulnerable to price swings. Number 2. South Africa. South Africa has one of the most diversified economies in Africa. It's rich in minerals like gold, platinum, and diamonds, but also strong in finance, manufacturing, and agriculture. Johannesburg is considered the continent's financial hub, and Cape Town is a major tourist destination. However, South Africa struggles with unemployment, inequality, and power shortages, which affect growth. Despite these issues, its infrastructure and industrial base make it one of the richest African nations. Egypt's economy benefits from its strategic location, with the Suez Canal generating billions in revenue from global trade. Tourism is another major source of income, drawing millions of visitors to its ancient monuments and beaches. Agriculture along the Nile supports millions of people, while natural gas discoveries have boosted exports. The challenge for Egypt lies in its large population, rising living costs, and political instability, but it remains one of Africa's economic giants. Algeria's wealth comes mainly from its oil and natural gas reserves. It's one of the top energy exporters in Africa and a key supplier to Europe. The government relies heavily on this sector, which makes the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. While Algeria has invested in infrastructure and social programs, unemployment, especially among youth, remains high, and economic diversification has been pretty slow. Ethiopia stands out as one of Africa's fastest-growing economies in the last 2 decades. Its growth has been driven by agriculture, construction, and public investments in infrastructure like dams and railways. The country is also becoming a hub for textiles and manufacturing. However, political instability, droughts, and conflicts in some regions have slowed progress. Despite these challenges, Ethiopia remains a key player in Africa's economic future. Kenya has a dynamic and diversified economy. Agriculture, especially tea and coffee, has long been a mainstay, but Kenya is also known for tourism and its emerging technology sector. Nairobi is often called Silicon Savannah. The country has also invested in renewable energy, especially geothermal power. Yet, high levels of debt, unemployment, and political uncertainty pose challenges. Kenya's innovation and services sector, however, make it one of the most promising economies in Africa. Morocco's economy is driven by agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing. The country is known for its exports of cars, textiles, and phosphates, which is actually one of its most valuable resources. Tourism plays a huge role with cities like Marrakesh and Casablanca drawing millions of visitors each year. Morocco has also invested in renewable energy, particularly solar power. Still, rural poverty and unemployment remain concerns. Angola is one of Africa's biggest oil producers, and petroleum accounts for over 90% of its exports. After decades of civil war, the country has been rebuilding its infrastructure and economy. While oil wealth has boosted GDP, it really hasn't been evenly distributed. Many Angolans still live in poverty. The government is working to diversify into agriculture, mining, and fisheries, but corruption and economic inequality remain big obstacles. Ghana is one of West Africa's most stable democracies and a major exporter of gold, cocoa, and oil. The country has also seen growth in services like banking and technology. Accra, the capital, has become a hub for international business in the region. Ghana's economy has strong potential, but inflation, high public debt, and reliance on commodities make it vulnerable to external shocks. Despite this, Ghana is often highlighted as a model of progress in Africa. Tanzania has a resource-rich economy, with gold and natural gas among its key exports. Agriculture employs most of the population, and tourism is another major contributor, thanks to Serengeti National Park and Mount Kilimanjaro. The government has invested in infrastructure and is pushing for industrialization. However, poverty in rural areas, limited access to healthcare, and high population growth present challenges. Even so, Tanzania's steady economic growth makes it one of Africa's rising stars. These countries show that Africa is not defined only by poverty, but also by potential and growth. While challenges like inequality, corruption, and reliance on natural resources remain, Africa's richest nations are shaping the continent's future and influencing the global economy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Which of these countries surprised you the most? Do you think natural resources or innovation will matter more for Africa's future growth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye.